Love my little ankles tonight. Throw me on the bed and put 'em to the night sky. Hold me to the light, babe. Anyway, speaking of taking it deep, taking it wrong. This fucking cold just won't go away. This cough. Anyway, so I was just reading this tweet from Jerry Falwell. For the love of God, I don't understand why evangelicals feel they have to defend Trump. I really don't. I don't understand it. He was basically saying that it's this stupid wall bullshit. And he was saying something to the effect of, like, Jesus never said, Jesus never told Caesar how to run Rome and blah, blah, blah. And he referred to it as barbarians banging at the door or some stupid bullshit. It's like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious, Clark? You're going to compare illegal immigration to barbarians. Are you fucked in the head? Are you legitimately fucked in the head? I mean, come on, man. Taking a group of people who want to make a better life for themselves no matter what, them and their family, at all costs, is not the same thing as a barbarian, you fucking moron. You imbecilic fuck. Open a history book, you idiot. Okay? Now, yes, I understand there are bad people who come across the border. There's drug dealers. There's people who kidnap. I understand that. I understand that. But to say that every illegal person that comes across the border is a barbarian, you're a fucking moron. You're an imbecilic fuck. Open your Bible and stop being an asshole. Stop trying to defend worldly bullshit, you scumbag heathen fuck. How about that? God. I am so sick of that imbecilic bullshit because I'm not gonna defend any of this. I don't give a fuck if we get a wall. I don't give a fuck if we don't get a wall. What I care about is the reason why people want the shit. Because I'm telling you right now, their motivation is not biblical. They think it's biblical, but it's not. And that's what pisses me off. You have all these people who are sitting in pulpits right now spewing bullshit, and they're too stupid to realize that they're actually full of shit. Because here's the funny thing about the Bible. You can, the Bible, build the wall, build the wall. Heaven has walls. Heaven's a gated community. Okay, you know what? Well, I can find verses that say, guess what? We're aliens and strangers of this world. Illegal aliens, essentially. That's what we are. And we do not belong in this world, and we are just passing through. And guess what? Our cares are not to be on or in this world, but it's to be Christ-like and worry about His kingdom. Because here's a newsflash. Christ has already denounced all kingdoms of earth, including America. Yes, that includes us. That includes America. He has denounced us already. Because when he was being tempted by Satan, Satan showed him all the kingdoms of earth. Now, my personal belief, and I'm just going to state it as is, I believe that he got to see every single one throughout time in history. Not just local areas, like, oh, he's up on a hill, and oh, there's a little light over there, you can have that city, and here's a little light over there, ding, ding, ding. You know, some torches and tiki torches over there, you can have that one. No. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if the man can go up on a hill and see transcended figures and shit, then he can see visions of the future. Okay, I just call it what it is. Time and space bullshit, okay? I think he was able to see my throat. I think he was able to see every single kingdom, and he's like, no, fuck that. I'm about my father's kingdom. My kingdom, motherfucker. Not this shit, not this earthly shit that's just gonna turn to dust and bullshit. Okay? So he has already fundamentally rejected this country. And all these flag-hugging evangelicals, these gun-touting idiots need to realize that. Because what bothers me about that whole situation, first off, if you're an evangelical and you have a gun, then you really don't trust God. You don't. You You have put your faith in Smith and Wesson, not in God. You must, because you have to have a gun, because you have to be the one in control. You have to be the one ready for when the barbarians bang at the door. You have to be ready to shoot the 16-year-old kid who made a stupid mistake. Now, yeah, I understand somebody's coming in trying to rape your family. Fine. Fine. I understand that. And I'm not even saying that having a gun is necessarily bad. The reason why you think you need to have a gun is what's bad. Because you can understand, the beautiful thing about God is that we're all wrong, even when we're right. None of us are right. None of us are righteous. So guess what? I may be right, but I'm wrong at the end of the day. Okay, so I might be saying right things. I might even be saying wrong things. But guess what? Even if you have a differing opinion, you're still wrong too. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So yes, you can have a gun, but the reason why you have a gun is wrong. Or you could have the right reason for having a gun, but still, because you have a gun, you're wrong. It works both fucking ways. So this idea, like, well, the Democrats see it one way and the Republicans see it another, they're both wrong. They have two different variables of reality. And let's be honest, they do. There are two different realities with these people. There are. Well, you take any type of situation, abortion. Oh, we got to have abortion on demand, 100%. No, we can't kill anything, and blah blah blah. And they're living in two different realities. Now, I can step back and say, okay, that's one reality, that's another. But like a Christian can't look at a liberal and say, well, that makes sense. There's a reason why. It's a good reason. There's a positive to having an abortion. Now, I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying in other words, you can't look at the other side and say, okay, there's some merit there. And same thing with the liberals. That's one thing I don't understand. Like, I can almost understand from a Christian point of view looking over at the liberals and say, okay, well, what about life of the mother? Well, we don't care about the life of the mother. Fuck the mother. Fuck the bitch. I can almost understand that to a point. But if you're a liberal, how can you not look over at the Republican side or the Christian side and be like, life is important? Well, it's just a sack of meat. It's just a sack of flesh. It's just little cells. And I don't get it. I don't get it either way. I mean, again, but we're talking about two variable realities here. And people will not step outside of their comfort zone to say, hey, guess what? Maybe there's maybe a third reality. Somewhere in the middle. Or even a reality where it's like, okay, I can distinguish between left and right, not just, oh, it's all right, everything right is good no matter what. Right, Republican, blah, 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 or left, it's all good. Why we get caught up into that shit is beyond me. And it's disturbing. Like I was saying, you can have a gun to defend yourself and to protect yourself, but really, are you trusting God? Or are you, oh, I feel better because I have a Smith & Wesson in my back pocket? It's similar to like when they were out in the wilderness and God gave them manna and said, you take what you need, you don't take any more. And if you take more than what you need, it'll spoil by the next day. Unless it's the Sabbath, unless it's Friday night, then you go and you get double portion for the next day. It's that kind of a concept. It's like, oh, I want to have a stockpile. I don't want to have to go out tomorrow. Let me get double portion today so I don't have to go out tomorrow. No, that's not what God said. It's like, oh, let me have the gun so I could be protected for tomorrow. That's not how it works. That's not putting faith in God. It's like, I was thinking about this. The concept of having faith that moves mountains. Like, to me, I have faith that can move mountains. The fact is, the mountain will not move, though. I believe a mountain can move. I do, but it just never does. Now, to be fair, technically, even if we just let things go the way they were, there's no Armageddon, no seals and shit being opened and shit like that, where the whole earth just unravels and like, fuck you. Okay, you give it a billion years, 500 billion years, the sun is eventually going to, die out and kill this planet anyway, engulf the fucker. So, yeah, you know what? Your mountain will be moved eventually. It may take 500 billion years, but it will be moved naturally. You know, but that doesn't do anything for me today. That does nothing to bolster my faith today. Like if I said mountain be moved and that fucker just went and crumbled. Now obviously you can't have 7 billion people with that kind of power. I understand that, but still, having some tangible effect would be nice. At least having some sort of two-way communication with God in that sense would be nice. But the thing is that's not what it's about. It's not about the here and now. It isn't. It's never been about the here and now. You look at anything Jesus told his disciples, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, you look at any of that shit, he was speaking of a spiritual thing, and they were like, how do we take that and put it into a earthly here and now moment? Like, how do we be born again? How do we go back into the womb? And Christ was like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being physically born again. I'm talking about mentally being born again. In other words, you're not thinking the way you were thinking before. Because like right now, we think, gee, I gotta get up, go to work, blah, 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 get some food, take care of the kid, take care of the wife, take care of the dogs, cats, whatever the fuck you got. Whatever. That's not what it's about. I mean, yeah, there's stuff you gotta do, but that's not what it's about. It's about not the here and now, but the hereafter. It's about his kingdom, not our kingdom, not this earthly shit that's going to fade away. It's about something grander, and we're not taking into consideration. So the idea we are worried about illegal Mexicans crossing the border, for what reason? Why? Now, yes, I understand. Worry about the ones who are, bad people. Worry about the ones who are, how do I word that? Obviously, if they're illegal, they're breaking the law. But there is a difference between, oh, I came into the country and I stayed here a little longer than I'm supposed to, versus, oh, I came in and raped 100 people and killed a bunch of people. Okay, there's a difference between that illegal and the other illegal. It's like, oh, gee, I got a speeding ticket. Okay, so what are we going to do, deport you now? Where are you going to go? I'm American. Well, we're going to deport you somewhere. Fuck you. You're illegal. It's like, does the crime actually fit, does the punishment actually fit the crime? That's the question I have. Because one thing, this is something I've noticed, especially about Republicans and Fox, is they want to group everybody together, whether you're on food stamps. Oh, everybody on food stamps are just takers. They're just takers. Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe you have people who are on welfare who are sitting around doing nothing, who are takers. What about elderly people? Are they takers? Well, no, they're okay. But you just group them all together. You grouped anybody on that program as a piece of shit. What about disabled people? Well, no. But you just grouped everybody together. So fuck you. Now we're calling people who want to come into this country to try to survive and make money and, feed their fucking family as barbarians. Are you fucking kidding me? That shit just pisses me off. That just irritates me fucking no end. Listen, I can understand you can rail against illegal, they broke the law. Okay, fine. If you left it at that, you'd almost have me on your argument. Then you have to go that nth degree and then refer to them as barbarians at the door? Really? Some woman and her kid trying to get food is a barbarian? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, okay, yeah, there's drug dealers, and I understand that. Yeah, you could maybe call them barbarians. Fine. But to group everyone together, why is that the new Christian norm? We're just going to group everybody together. I don't understand that. I don't get that. And the real question is, because here's the newsflash. And when I was saying that we're all wrong, here's the newsflash. If you have a house, you're wrong. If you have a bank account, you're wrong. You're evil. You're not of Christ. You're not of Christ if you have a bank account. You're not. If you have extra set of clothes, you're not of Christ. Christ didn't say go settle down in upstate New York, Seneca Fall region. Christ didn't say go to Boonville, New York. He didn't say go to Missouri and settle down with wife and family. No. He said go into all the world and preach the gospel of Christ. Christ had nowhere to lay his head. So this idea that I'm going to sit there, I got the car, I got the house, I got the boat, and the wife, and the kids, and the dogs, and the cats, and the fucks, and the shits, and you got it all. You're evil. You're wicked. Christ never said settle down. Christ never said anything about that. No, okay, if you're settling down to have like a base of operation to, okay, now we're going to propagate the gospel to the rest of the world, or we're going to send out missionaries like a home church, okay, fine. And I'm guilty of it too, make no mistake. I have a bank account. I have a roof over my head. I'm guilty of it too. I'm not out there evangelizing. Yeah, we're going to sit here in the comfort of our fucking homes on our little computers and say, oh, the barbarians are banging at the door. Why aren't you motherfuckers down on the front line? Why aren't you down there at the border with Bibles, blankets, and water bottles saying Jesus loves you? Why the fuck aren't you down there, you heathenistic fuck? Give me a break with that shit. And I'm guilty too, because I'm not down there doing it. You got people literally coming to you, and you're sitting there dejecting them and rejecting them and shitting all over them and calling them barbarians. Are you fucking kidding me? One Franklin Graham in the other there, Falwell, won't they get off their high horse and get down there and start preaching the gospel of Christ to these people? What, are they afraid that the Mexican cartel is going to come across the border and going to meet them and shoot them? They're not of Christ. Christ went to the cross. Are you that fucking worried about your life? That you're not going to give it to the Lord? I am. I'm not down there for a reason. Okay, I'm not in China preaching the gospel. One, I'm not stupid, and two, I don't want to die, and I'm self-centered, and I admit that 100%. Now, I'm not saying it's good, and like, I don't mean to be on my high horse when I say that, but I'm a scumbag. I admit it. I'm not going to sit there and parse words with you and sit there and say, oh yes, I want to propagate the gospel at the cost of my own existence. No. I'm a self-centered, worldly fucking person. But all these other people who preach it from the pulpit? I mean, what's the whole point of a dude taking his kid up on the mountain and going to jam the knife into his dick? And God stops him at the end. And the whole point was to sacrifice everything that you have. If you're not willing to sacrifice your own children, then they're a hindrance to you. Okay, they're a hindrance to you. They're not making you a better person. If you're not willing to sacrifice your wife or your cat or your whatever you got, guess what? If you're not saying, this is Jesus's, it's not mine, then guess what? You're in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. We're all wrong. See, that's the funny thing about it. We're all guilty. We're all fucked up. We're all wrong. Every one of us is wrong. And we're too stupid to even realize, well, I'm right, I did it right, no. I studied the Bible, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Even at your best, you're still far from God. I just don't understand why we are so worried now, this topic. Oh, we have to have a wall. We have to have a wall. We're all going to die. Really? We've been here 240 fuck years. Apparently without a wall. There's areas where there's wall, but not, Now all of a sudden we're going to just perish as a people. If it was that fucking dire, then how come the first 2 years of Trump administration, they weren't worrying about that fucking wall? You know what they did for 2 years? Try to pass tax cuts for his rich buddies. That was more important than the barbarians at the door, you fucking moron. You're propagating evil by preaching your gospel the way you're preaching it. And don't give me any other bullshit. Trump had 2 years. He had full control, House, Senate, etc., etc. He had it all. Yet now all of a sudden, Democrats are in charge. Oh, we got to get the wall. Got to get the wall. Because we know the Democrats aren't going to want the wall. So now we got to have a big fight and shut down the government and blah, 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 blah. You understand? Do you have any idea the type of shit that people are shoveling right now, Christians are shoveling, and they don't even realize it? It is absolutely disgusting. You're propagating evil by preaching the gospel. That in and of itself is a special kind of stupid when you really think about it. Now, I do it myself. I admit it. I probably do it. I don't even realize it. Because that's the beauty. You do that type of shit and you don't even realize it. Like the fact I'm saying fuck and I'm saying, oh, Jesus loves you. Okay. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Like I said, I don't even realize I'm doing it. But to sit there and use Bible concepts to prove that you're right, because here's the newsflash. It's not about whether you're right. It's not whether the Republicans are right or whether Trump is right. Is Jesus right? And that's we're not even looking at that. Well, Jesus never told Caesar how to run Rome. He didn't. He didn't. I don't know. He told people how to live their lives. That would also include Caesar. Doing to others you'd have them doing to you kind of shit. That should apply across the board. Love your enemies. That should apply across the board, including Caesar, not just the fucking salad, you moron. Look, I understand. Yes, he didn't sit there and say, yeah, the government needs to do this, this, and this. The government, blah, blah, blah. The government. Because he wasn't worried about the fucking government. You know why? Because it wasn't about that. It was about his kingdom. Not this one. Not this one. He wasn't, he wasn't some Robin Hood stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. He wasn't one of these people who were trying to, finagle the government to do the right thing. This wasn't some Arab Spring moment for Christ. That's what the Jews wanted. The Jews wanted somebody to lead them. The Israelis wanted someone to lead them in a conquering king sort of way. Christ was like, no, fuck that. We need to get your heart right first. Then we can conquer. Because it isn't about you conquering. It's about me conquering. It isn't about you having a wall. It's about me telling you go fuck yourself because you're an asshole. And the idea that I have to be the one to say this shit. That I have to be the one to sit there and say, yes, it should be Christ first. While all these people from the fucking pulpit are like, oh, Caesar, Christ never told Caesar, oh, Donald Trump is so great, he's going to build us a wall. You know what? I think your wall. That's what I say to your fucking wall. That's what I say to your fucking wall. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's your wall. Fuck you. Dude, it pisses me off on so many frequencies. I can't even fathom half of them. And I'm not even saying that a wall is necessarily a bad thing, but your motivation for what you're doing to promote said need of wall is what the problem is. That's where the problem lies. You're not doing a wall for Jesus. You're doing a wall for Trump because it makes Trump look good. It makes you a little Christian hero who never confessed with his fucking mouth that he needs Christ, by the way. Because that's another thing that pisses me the fuck off. We were taught that there was no such thing as a religious experience. It was either are you saved or not. If you had a religious experience, that's great, but guess what? That doesn't equal salvation. Yet it comes Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, it's a religious experience. He's our new Christian savior. He's our new Christian hero. Dun, 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 dun. Really? Really? Even Dobson came out and said, oh, he's a young Christian. He didn't really understand our terms, but yeah, he's a Christian. Fuck that. Did he confess with his mouth that Christ is Lord and that he is a sinner who needs salvation? Did he confess that? Yes or no? If he did not, then you're full of shit, Dobson. You're full of shit, evangelicals. You could sit there and put your little hand on his back and pray for him, Lord, pray for him. That's cute and wonderful, and I don't mean to disparage that. But if that's all it is, then guess what? You're full of shit. You're full of spiritual shit. I don't know, man. It just pisses me off. The shit they taught us in school and the shit they taught us from the pulpit does not apply to this guy. It doesn't apply to Republicans. It doesn't apply to government. It only applies to me because I was an asshole when I was a kid. And I'm still an asshole. It's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's like I get punished for saying fuck, but yet Trump's on the cover of Playboy. No, it's okay. It's cool. God sent him. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know, I get chastised for 15 fucking minutes for not having a goddamn homework assignment pad signed because my mother was running late and forgot about it. That pisses me off. That, oh my god, to this day, 25 fuck plus years later, pisses me the fuck off. I got up. It was wintertime. So it was dark out. It was like, I don't know, 6:30, pushing 7. And my mother's sitting in the kitchen with the light on. The dining room light is off. She's in the kitchen. She's making toast. And I come out to go to the dryer to get my clothes. And she said, take your homework pad assignment, open it to the page, and leave it there on the table, and I'll sign it before I leave. So I did. I got my clothes, went and got my book, opened it up, set it right there with a pen. I go in, do my stuff, shit, shower, shave kind of a deal. And while I was in the shower, she took off. I come out. I didn't even notice it. I just grabbed it because it's dark. I didn't pay attention. I just grabbed it, picked it up, and like, oh, she signed it, and put it in my bag. Got ready, went to school, and was like, hey, everything's good today. Next thing you know, you get there, and Mr. Pelletier's like, oh, open up the assignment book. I do, and I look, it ain't signed, and I'm like, oh, shit. And then I got to get 15-minute chastisement about how it's, I need to be prepared for class, and I'm spiritually inept because I didn't believe in Jesus enough to have this thing signed, and if I loved Jesus, I'd have it signed. Finally, I had to tell her to go fuck herself. Literally, I think I said the F word. I was like, and I said something like, "Who gives a shit?" or "Go fuck yourself," or something. It was something I shouldn't have said. So then I get called down to the office, blah blah blah, and it was like, you're gonna chastise me for stupid shit like that? Then give this motherfucker a pass on everything he does, pussy grabbing? I mean, that's like you motherfuckers making up taking the school song, what was it, Roman Community Christian School, true to the Savior be, raise your standard high for the Lord. And you guys put in like Jim, raise your standard high for Jim, and pastries and shit. He started bastardizing the school song, and Pastor Simmons like, well, there's only 2 weeks of school left. I don't really know what to do. Well, people were making fun of the song. Yet I'm down there for saying something. I don't remember what. I probably said the F word or something. And it's like, you can call me down for this bullshit, but these people are actually ridiculing the school song and bastardizing it. And, that I don't really want to deal with that right now. Oh, but you want to deal with me? Really? Fuck that. Give me a break. You can deal with me 2 weeks before the end of school, but you can't deal with people literally raping the school song. That's what I say to that. That's what I say to that. Fucking stupid shit. I mean, seriously. It's like I say the F word and everybody's like, oh my god, is he even saved? Yeah, Donald Trump is the biggest scumbag walking the face of God's green earth. Like, oh, our Christian president sent by God. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Eat a dick. Eat a spiritual dick, you fag. I swear to God, these people are pathetic. They're legitimately pathetic, and they call me pathetic? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And, because I'm telling you, either what they taught us was complete bullshit, or it was manipulative bullshit. Because I'll be honest with you, and this is why I struggle with a lot of shit today, spiritually, because they taught us certain things, and now when it comes to Republicans and Trump and bullshit, all that's out the fucking window. So it's like, okay, you taught us this, and this, and then completely go against that for this guy. In your ilk with R's next to their name. So which is it? Which is it? If our goal is to be like Christ, and most of these fuckers with R's next to their name are not even close to being like Christ. You got the Democrats who want to take God out of everything. Literally, they want to take God. I mean, Obama, when he was doing his re-inauguration, whatever the fuck it was, when he got reelected, they wanted to take God out of everything. Okay, so they did. Woo, they took God out of it. And still, guess what? At the end of the day, guess what they're doing? They want to help the poor. They want to help this, that, one, or the other. God still put in their hearts the right things to do. Not all things. Obviously, abortion might be a questionable one. But they still want to help the poor people. Do the Republicans want to help the poor? No. The Republicans want people to go back to work. Now, obviously, if you're able-bodied, yes. They don't distinguish between that. They're like, oh, you're on food stamps? Well, you need to go work. You need a work requirement. Oh, what about the people who physically can't fucking move? What about somebody who's 95 years old on a fucking respirator? You don't work, you don't eat. That's another thing. Pisses me off. And don't get me started with that shit, that don't work, don't eat crap. That is so taken out of context. It is absolutely disgusting how they took that out of context. Michelle Bachmann took that completely out of context. Again, if you look at the verses around that, that was Paul saying, yes, I have done this, I have come to your church, I have found things that needed to be done, and I did them. And if you don't work, you don't eat. I command this of you because I have done it myself. I am using myself as an example. In other words, he would go to churches, and if there was a need, he would do it. This isn't just, oh, go work 9 to 5. This is, gee, the toilets are clogged. Now, how many of the pastors at Greater Grace would have rolled up their sleeves during missions conference and say, let's get these toilets unplugged? Seriously, you think Gross would have rolled up his sleeves? No. You think Morin would have rolled up his sleeves? Hell no. Maybe Pastor Simmons. He was that kind of guy. Maybe Pastor Bessman, but he's kind of fallen into the, I'm a rock star, double honor pasta bullshit. Okay, he it's not his fault. He's kind of just in that group where it's like, oh, I'm better than everybody else. And it's not, I'm not saying that against him personally, or even against any of them personally, but you fall into that Stevens category where it's like, we're the king shit, everybody else is under us type of deal, and don't you dare question us, that type of crap. And that shit rubs off on people. I mean, seriously, how many pastors would have rolled up their sleeves if the toilets had been clogged? Name me one. With the exception of maybe Pastor Simmons. No, it may not have actually rolled up his sleeves, but he probably would have got on the phone. Hey, I know somebody, Seriously, because you know what Pastor Morin would have done? In fact, you know what Pastor Morin actually did do? I don't remember what the situation was, but he's like, I was sitting there watching him. And the person comes up to him and I don't know, they ran out of cheesecake or something. I don't know what it was. Or they ran out of pepperoni, and he's like, go find Penny. Go find Penny. She'll know what to do. She'll know what to do. And then he goes and gets a plate, and everybody's, oh, Pastor, Pastor, and he eats and leaves. That's not what that verse is about. That's not what that verse was about. You don't eat, you don't work, you don't eat. You can just show up and be like, oh, and then take off. Because I really don't think 2,000 years ago Paul was saying, oh, by the way, if you're 80 years old on a respirator, fuck you. You're not going to ever eat again because you don't work. I don't think that's what he was saying. I'm just going to throw that out there. Call me crazy. Maybe I'm just ad-libbing and cherry picking from the Bible. Yeah, bullshit. Once you read the whole verse, once you read the whole scripture, the verses around it, where Paul's basically saying, hey, I've gone to your church, it was need, and I fulfilled that need, and I command you to do the same thing. Go to other churches, even around here, something needs to be done, you do it. Again, this isn't just go 9 to 5. Go work from random fucking guy. Because you don't work, you don't eat. Because it fits the Republican agenda. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because when you put it into the Republican agenda, that's even worse. Because the Republican agenda, their Republican utopia, is that there's no such thing as minimum wage. You get 5 cents an hour and everybody gets a job. You're eating dirt. You're eating out of a dumpster, but hey, you got a job. You don't work, you don't eat. Because you don't have money, you don't eat either, but nobody wants to talk about that. Fuck you. Fuck you and your bullshit. Fuck you and your bullshit. I'm sorry, if somebody does a job, they should be able to have enough money to survive. I don't care, you're working at Burger King. That's another thing. Fox News and Republicans. Oh, the people working at Burger King, they're 15 years old. Dude, I go to Burger King. Most of those motherfuckers are over 30 and they got families. Fuck you. They deserve decent fucking wage flipping my fucking hamburger. It pisses me off. I don't care if fuck. Oh, it's a janitor. I guarantee you, janitor probably works harder than you do. So shut the fuck up. Especially all these pastors who sit around. I'm gonna study the Word of God. I'm gonna late night study. I'm gonna sit there in my chair and study the Bible. Yeah, why don't you try fucking picking up a stupid broom and dusting a whole fucking school? Well, how much you try cleaning some fucking toilets instead of sitting there? Oh, got my little light on, got my little light, got my little cup of coffee. I'm gonna study the Word. Give me a break. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's good. But to sit there and act like, well, I'm working real hard for God, and these people they're just 9 to 5. Shut the fuck up. You out of touch piece of shit. Fuck you. These people at Fox News, not everybody can sit in front of a fucking camera, yak into a camera for an hour, and they go make millions of dollars, and sit there, well, we don't need minimum wage. I'm making millions of dollars. Fuck everybody else. I'm sitting there, doing absolutely nothing except reading a book. Don't get me wrong, and not just a book, but you get my point. I'm just sitting there reading the Bible. I'm going to read the Bible. I'm going to, give a 45-minute speech, and then I'm going to get paid really good. Fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody else. I mean, come on, dude. It's not how shit works. I'm sick and tired of that. You need to care about other people as if you were that person and you'd want somebody else to care for you. Well, I don't want handouts. Fuck you. And nothing to do with my handouts. That's another thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm getting to the point where all my family's dead and I've got nobody. If somebody offers, I'm like, fuck you. I will take it. I will take it. You got some old rolls from the restaurant? I will take it, even though I probably won't even use them. I'll probably end up wasting the damn thing, but I will take it. I don't know, man. I don't understand why people have to be so self-centered. It's like, I don't know. And not only that, but Christians try to justify it. I don't justify why I say fuck. I mean, I do maybe to a point, but I don't go out of my way to sit there and be like, I say fuck because blah, 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 blah. No. I'm probably wrong. I say probably only because I don't give a fuck. Okay. But I'm not going to sit there and try to convince you that you should be saying fuck too. I'm just going to convince you to get the fuck over it. That's what I'm convincing you of. Because, again, the problem, especially with, like, cursing, the problem with cursing is people bring to it what they want. Like, if I said ooga booga booga booga, it means nothing. But let's say ooga booga 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 meant go rape a fucking goat in his asshole and then suck your own cum out of his cocksucker. Okay, that's what that means. Ooga booga booga. That's pretty vile. So ooga booga booga, that means that. So when I say ooga booga booga, you're like, oh my god, oh shit, that's horrible things. No, it doesn't. It's just they're just sounds. They mean nothing. You put emphasis on what they mean. You put emphasis on what that shit means. So if I say fuck, am I saying fuck because I want to say something so profound and so disgustingly disturbing and just filthy and it's for shock value? No, I say fuck like I would say the word the. You know, I don't. It's my goal for saying it isn't to be shock. My goal isn't to be like ooh. It's not. I say it and you put whatever baggage you want on it. Some people hear the word fuck, they don't even blink an eye. Some people hear it and they're like, oh my god, the F word. They gotta go like wash their eyes and ears out with like soap and water because it's like, oh my god, they've been defiled to the nth degree. Like, I'm a firm believer. If you're offended, that's on you. If you get offended, that's something you have to deal with. I mean, here's a newsflash: everything in the world should offend us all. So if I'm saying something that offends you, then that's on you. Now, I'm not saying just forget about it and just get, numb down to it to the point where it's like you don't even care. But it gets to the point where you have to just let it roll off your back like a little water on a duck. Because again, if you're going to get offended by some stupid shit that I said, imagine going out into the real world. The real world's going to crush you. The real world is going to crush you on every single level. You can only be in your bubble for so long. That if I can get to you, you're in trouble. I'm trying to toughen you up when I say fuck. When I say fuck, I'm trying to toughen you up. That's what it is. I'm doing you a service, motherfucker. You're coming at me like, oh, you're just vulgar, you're dirty, you're dirty. Small mind, it's a small mind. No, it's not a small mind. I'd rather have a small mind and be ready for what's out there than being ignorant of what's out there and you're getting out there and like, oh, next thing you know, you're bent over the barrel with your pants pulled down, getting raped in the ass by the world. You don't even know what's hitting you. I'm just trying to ease you into it. I'm the lube to your sex act, basically. I'm trying to help you out. So, take it for what it's worth. Whatever, man. Whatever. Anyways, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. At least I can do hour-long clips now. That's good. Dude, this fucking cold has been absolutely kicking the dick. Absolutely kicking the dick. Oh my god. And I still have got a cough. It's been over 2 weeks. And I've had this whistle for like 2 months. It's probably stage 4 or some fucking shit. Ugh. I'm not even saying that it's a joke. It probably is. Dude, all the time, you hear all the time these people go into the doctor for, a cough that just won't go away. Next thing you know, they've only got 2 months to live. Fucking bullshit. I don't know, man. Anyways, that's fucking depressing. So yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. What else is going on? I'm tired of this winter, I can tell you that right now. Holy Christ, I'm sick and tired of this winter. Oh, today's Saturday, the 9th. Which, dude, we set the old girl back tomorrow. Or, shit, later tonight. What time is it? Shit, so it's almost noon right now. So we got 12, 13, 14 hours. 14 hours to set the old clocks back. Or set them ahead. Oh, it's going to be good. I want to get this winter over with. Dude, Now, I understand where you live, there may not be like snow 24/7, but up here, up north, Boonville area, holy shit. Like, Taberg area had good winters for the most part. I mean, there's a few bad, ones, but up here it is just constant whiteouts, blizzards, and for like 5 months, perpetual straight bullshit. It's like, no, no, no. And it's like, I swear to God, it's at least 10 to 15 degrees colder up here than it was in Taberg. Oh, like, I could deal with Taberg winters. I could. Honestly, we had good weather there. Like, there were times around Christmas Day where, like, man, it'd be nice if it snowed. There's grass and shit, and birds are chirping. Christmas day before Christmas, I was like, it'd be nice if we had some snow. Here, it's like, it snows November 1st, and it don't stop until like April 3rd, April 4th. Just straight wall of rape, of winter rape. Thank God it's almost over. Oh my God. Because I want to be outside more. I want to read my comic books outside. I want to spend time outside. I didn't spend hardly any time last year. I did not go outside at all. And I got to change that shit. I need to be outside. But it's a nice sunny day out. Man, I can't wait for spring. I actually like spring. I like October, and I like late April, early May. Actually, May. October and May are my two favorite months, I think. But January and February are just barren bullshit. I mean, March is technically barren too, but then you got my birthday, and then a few weeks later, it is technically spring, and then WrestleMania's coming up, so it's like you're kind of good, but like there's nothing in February, nothing. I mean, I almost wish they'd do the Super Bowl later in February, because there's nothing in February. February is like a bitch month. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's like, you could kind of deal with it because it goes November. Early November is kind of but it's not super cold. So it's like it's winter and it's barren and there's like snow and just dead trees everywhere. It's kind of depressing, but it's also kind of nice in a way because it's like, Thanksgiving is coming up in 3 weeks. It is what it is. Then you get into Thanksgiving and you're like, well, shit. Next month is December. And again, you're still in the same barren, cold, wintry bullshit. But it's like, Christmas is coming, and then the music and the things. So it's like it kind of pulls you through all this horrid, depressing fuckery. Then you get to Christmas, and you got New Year's, and like, it's New Year's, and then we're January, it's a new year, and da. And next thing you know, it's like mid-January, and you're like, oh, Jesus, Super Bowl's coming up, which I don't really care, but I don't have cable, so I don't even get to watch the Super Bowl. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you. And then you get into February, and it's like, holy Christ. Thank God next month is March. Basically, it's the road to recovery. It's like, if you can get over that hump and get into March, you're okay. But that is like a serious gully you gotta go through. February is a bitch. It is an absolute horror. But thankfully, dude, we're already on like the 9th of March. Holy shit. And then, of course, they have a fucking cold like I did. My internet goes out. Oh my God. It's like everything hit all at once. My internet went out. The router went out. The cord went out. I got a cold. All within that week. And it was like, no. We cannot be having that kind of fuckery all at one time. It's like, no. Anyways, now we're into March. Shit, dude, my birthday is next month. Next week. No, not next month. I wish it was next month. The 5th fucking teeth, dude. My goddamn birthday, and I don't want to get older. You understand, my mother didn't make it past 52. I got like 10 years. And I'm in worse shape than my mother was. Okay? And no way I'm making it another 10 years. If I make it into my 50s, it'll be a fucking miracle. Okay? I will be dead within 10 years. You understand that? No, do you understand that? And when I think about the fact... Let's see, what's it been? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So you're... Shit, dude. Wow, you're talking like 14 years? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's been 14 fucking years. Yeah, next year, 2020, will be 15 years since my mother died. You understand that? It's been 15 years almost. This January, it's not even a full year. We're already 3 months into this year, so shit, dude. 8, 9 months away. It'll be 15 years. Do you understand it? 15 years she's been dead. Which means 15 years goes by real fucking quick. And I'll be lucky if I have 15 years left. Okay? I don't know how I'm supposed to take that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Honest to God, dude, I will be dead in 15 years. There is no way, there is no physical way I will be alive in 15 years. Currently, in this current setup, the way things are going right now. Even if I buckled down and like worked out and tried to get in health, and first off, you can't get into health going to the store twice a month. The produce here is absolute bullshit. So trying to get healthy food, it isn't even worth the effort. It's not even worth the effort. I might as well just die with a cookie in my mouth. Plus, I'm depressed as fuck. I honestly don't care if I live or die. I mean, let me rephrase that. I don't want to die, but I don't really care if I live either. So, you put all that shit in perspective, I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here in like 10 years. I'll be lucky 10 years. So, you better enjoy these clips. You got probably another... Swear to God, I don't even know how I made it this far. Living alone. Like, I am not equipped to live alone. I really am not. And I'm surprised I made it this far. I'm legitimately surprised I made it this far. You know? The fact that I had, 2 dogs in 15 years. The fact that I haven't killed either one of the dogs, like, not outright, like, strangle them, although I almost did strangle Mr. Boots, but... I mean, just the fact I haven't, like, poisoned the dog by giving her chocolate or something, you know. Oh, I did give her some chocolate. Maybe that's why she went blind. I don't know, but... I didn't want... No, I can't even think... I can't think that way. It was just a tiny little piece. It wasn't... Well, I fed Mr. Boots some M&Ms, and he seemed to be alright. I don't know. Whatever. But it's like, I have no idea how I survived up to this point. I have no clue. The apartment's a fucking mess. Like, it is an absolute sty. Like, I'm talking, like, piles of, like, hoarder trash. Well, actually, it's not trash. I went to the store and I got a bunch of stuff, and I don't have anywhere to put this shit. So my countertops are, like, completely full of just, like, I got the box of tea bags out there. I got bags of chips out there. There's just nowhere to put this shit. My desk is a mess. I got a bunch of shit. Well, it's like I sit here and I unpack my boxes and I just kind of throw the boxes up on the desk. So there's like this big pile of boxes and shit and wrappers and just, oh, God. Anyways, my life sucks. My life legitimately fucking sucks. But I don't want it to end. That's what's so sad. That's how... I don't know. Now I'm talking depressing, and I don't want to be depressed. I really don't want to be depressed, but I can't help it. It's like my life is depressed. I mean, it is like if you define the word depressed, it's there. It's right there. I guarantee it. That and it's right next to gay marriage being changed in the dictionary too. But whatever. So what else is going on? Um, actually, I don't know. There's not much else. Ain't much else going on. Um, dude, it's my goddamn birthday. Oh my god, it's my birthday. How the fuck, dude? How the hell did we make it to 42? How the hell did we make it to 42? Now, you've been 42 since September, which. How the hell did we make it to 42? How is it even a fucking thing, dude? I remember turning 30. And that was it. It's like my mother died, I turned 30. I moved out. I do remember vaguely turning 40. And that was basically it. I don't know what happened in between that or what happened after that. Oh my god, dude, you realize we're gonna be 30? We're gonna be 45 in a few years. Like what? 3 years? 45 years old. And then the next one is 50. And then 55, and then 60, and then I'm fucking dead. Just bullshit, man. Honest to God, if I could just take my head, my entire spinal column, what's left of it, my dick in one hand, and just put it into a jar and just like jerk off all day in the jar, I'd be happy. Just put me in a jar, a head in a jar with a little dick in a hand. That's all I'm looking for. That's it. That's it. I don't know, man. Fucking. It boggles my mind that we're 40 goddamn 2 years old. I don't want to be 42. I never had a life. You understand? I didn't have a life. Like, oh, I'm 21. You know what I was doing at 21? I was sitting on the couch watching Dale T eat beans and watch westerns. I never had a life. I never did things. Not that I wanted to do things, but and actually, to be honest with you, most of the time I didn't want to do those things. Like all these people, let's go to the bar. Oh, why would I want to go to a really stinky, smoky? Because people were smoking and shit back then, and it's just, I never understood alcohol. I never understood why people like the taste of that shit. Oh, it's for the buzz. I can give you a buzz. I punch you right in the balls. How about that? There's a buzz for you. I never understood that. Let's drink so much that we vomit. I have a fear of vomiting. Why would I want to intake something that is tastes so fucking nasty? Dude, I'm sorry, alcohol is... That rum you sent me, it smells and tastes like fucking fingernail polish remover. Why anybody would drink fingernail polish remover, it just doesn't seem like something that's very healthy that you should put into your body to be like, oh yeah, this makes me feel good. Yet I'm an asshole for putting a cupcake in my mouth. Give me a break with that shit. Absolutely no fucking way. It's like all that shit was up. Fucking marijuana. I couldn't stand the smell of that shit. There was just one kid during summer school. He's sitting outside the school. He's smoking the shit. He's like, hey, you want home? I'm like, no. Just standing next to him smelling that shit made my stomach churn. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Oh, it's peer pressure. No, it ain't nothing but peer pressure. I felt like I was going to get the shits from smelling that stuff. It's stupid. The only drug I ever wanted to do was DMT. About the only one I ever wanted to do. Dude, I would do that shit in a heartbeat. I would do that shit in a fucking heartbeat. DMT. I would do that shit. Right now, I don't even care. And I don't even want to do drugs. That is the one that I would do. Absolutely. Fuck your marijuanas. Fuck your cocaine. Fuck your whatevers. I would rather do DMT. Dude, I want to see what's out there. I want to see the fucker. I want to see what these motherfuckers are. I'll be like, hey, what the fuck are you? What the fuck you doing, motherfucker? What are you up to, bitch? You're up to no good. What you're up to, motherfucker? I chastise that shit. I'd be like, fuck you. Stupid bullshit. I'm depressed now. Thank you for depressing me, you bastard. Trying to make these clips for you, and then you end up depressing me. Oh, God, I don't want to be 42 years old. I don't even want to be 40, dude. It's unfucking fair. It's just, life is unfucking fair on every level. It's like, oh, God loves us, God loves it. No, God doesn't love us. If God loved us, He would not make this life so fucking tragic. And don't tell me He doesn't. I learned that when Lucy died, okay? No loving God does that to anything that He loves. I'm sorry. I mean, seriously, it'd be like cutting your kid's finger off because they did something bad. Well, you gotta learn. No, that's not how it works, motherfucker. And there's like all these 101 excuses, like the 101 fucking Dalmatians of why God does things, why He brings trials into our lives. And have you considered my servant Job today? No. Have you considered leaving me the fuck alone today? How about that? Aren't there some fucking atheist, child molesting fucktards you could be ruining? But no, you gotta fuck with me. Because I'm the humorous one. Fuck you. Stupid bullshit. I do nothing. I barely get out of bed in the fucking afternoon. Why am I being molested by spiritual entities on every fucking level of every fucking day of every fucking day? Yeah, scumbags like Donald fucking Trump get every fucking thing handed to him. Oh, he's such a good guy. He gives his paycheck to charity. Yeah, while he milks the fucking taxpayer at Mar-a-Lago every fucking day. The guy goes there like every third day. He spends more time there than he does at the White House. And then sit there and piss and complain that Obama's out golfing. This motherfucker's done more golfing than he's done anything else. Hypocrite. Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wish somebody pay me to play golf. Poorly. My little dumpy ass and those little dumpy pants, swinging my little stick around the fucking shoulder. Give me a fucking break. Bunch of scumbag fucks. Fucking golf. That just proves to you the Illuminati fucking retardation. The idea all these presidents want to play golf. It just proves to you they're puppets of the Illuminati. That they're like some sort of invasion of the body snatcher shit. I think what happens is the aliens take over. And it's one of those things where these disembodied alien fucktards possess these assholes. Ain't none of them Christians. Ain't none of them fucking born again with the Holy Spirit living inside them. So they're easily pliable. They can be taken over by these entities, and the entities all want to go play golf. You want some Alex Jones shit? There's some Alex Jones shit right there. They'll go fucking play golf. Nobody wants to play golf, dude. Nobody with active brain cells wants to go play golf. It's relaxing. No. Nobody with active brain cells wants to play golf. Nobody. It's like nobody with active brain cells listens to country music. Yet you see half of upstate New York playing country music. What's that tell you? You see half the people on my friends list country music. You see Dale T playing country music. What's that tell you? What's that tell you? That tells you we're all fucked. That's what it tells you. Seriously, how many... You think Einstein listened to country music? No. You think Bach and Beethoven and shit were listening to country music in between making symphonies and shit? No. No. You think Stephen Hawking was listening to country music? No. You think Tyson the Flash, whatever the fuck his name is listening to country music? No. What's that tell you? What's that tell you? What's that tell you? What's that tell you? Stupid bullshit. Motherfuckers out playing golf? No. What what's the one thing they did on the fucking moon? They played golf. They played fucking golf on the moon. Neil Armstrong playing golf, or whatever his name, whatever it was, Buzz or one of them, fucking playing golf on the moon. Illuminati assholes playing golf. Playing fucking golf on the moon. I would rather have seen them do bowling on the golf. In the moon. In the shed. I don't know, man. I mean, think about all the stuff you could do on the fucking moon. The first thing they do is play golf. I'd rather seen a bunch of fucking heathenistic homos up there fucking each other in the ass on the moon than be the first act of human contact on the moon, people fucking each other in the ass, than playing golf. Because it's basically one and the same. Golf and anal fucking are basically one and the same. One's a little more graphic, golf, but it is what it is. You can't deny there's a correlation between gay pride, anal sex, and golf. They're linked somehow. They're like... It's like some sort of cosmic quantum entanglement where it's like one thing happens and the other. Now, they seem like they're two very different things, but they're really not. They're connected. They're connected. I guarantee it. They want to have all these conspiracies about Pizzagate and child pornography rings and shit. Okay, well, it's the same thing. You play golf, you're having butt sex later. It's a fact. They're all doing it. The Bushes, Obama, Clintons, they're all having butt sex. Trump, they're all having butt sex. Later on, after they get done playing golf. You can't tell me otherwise. That shit's cosmically linked to retardation. And it's alien Illuminati bullshit. Other dimensional beings are coming over through CERN. Fuck you. They're taking over these people. They're having butt sex and playing golf. And I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's a God's honest truth, and you can't persuade me otherwise. I didn't make it up. I ain't making any of this stuff up. I'm just watching it play out. I'm telling you, I'm just recording and reporting what I see. That's what I see. There's a direct link between butt sex and golf. And Illuminati evil. Whatever you want to call it. You're the globalists, whatever. Call it whatever you want. Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. All the same shit. All the same shit. Nobody likes to play golf. Nobody. And if you do, you're insane. Nobody likes country music. And if you do, you're insane. It's a fact. And if you're playing golf while listening to country music, holy fucking shit, you might as well just end your life. Because you are a prime candidate for possession of Illuminati spirits. It's a fact. It's a fact. You're going to be taken over and be having butt sex. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's a fact. It is an absolute God's honest fact. Take it for what it's worth. You heard it here first. Fuck you. Okay, you want Alex Jones conspiracies? I'll give you some, motherfucker. That's a conspiracy right there. Conspiracy against me and against the universe. And I'm telling you right now, I see it. Why other people don't see it is beyond me. I'm just going to end with this. Amen.